Moms often want to know which breast pumps are useful, especially when they are going through the antenatal preparation period and they want to know, should they buy a breast pump and when should they buy a breast pump? Every mom's need is different. So some moms are planning to be with their baby. They perhaps are taking a break from a fixed working environment outside the home, and they probably would only need to use a little hand pump now and again. I like to call it a babysitting pump. So a hand pump that it doesn't matter too much how long it takes to pump out. It should still be effective. You don't need to pump out in 15 or 20 minutes. A mom who's going back to work at 4 months and is in perhaps a corporate environment or does lots of driving around, for her it would be beneficial to have a double electric pump, because if she's needing to empty her breasts or mostly empty her breasts with a pumping session, she needs to maximize what she gets out in a shorter amount of time. For example, if it takes her 20 minutes to take out what she needs from one breast, if she uses a single electric pump, it's going to take her 40 minutes. And for most moms, if you're listening to this and you're thinking about your work environment, that most likely will be very stressful. So if you, for example, pumping twice at work, that's 2 40-minute sessions, and most moms sit feeling guilty, even though you are legally allowed to have 2 pumping sessions if your little one is 6 months and younger. So a double electric pump is super useful if a mom's going back to work or if she's going to be separated from her baby for an extended period of time. The other pumps that are widely used around the world are called hospital grade pumps. And so the thing about a hospital grade pump, it's a little bit more, and this is probably the wrong word, but it's a little bit more industrial, and it does stronger, gentle job in a short amount of time, and they are usually very productive pumps for moms where the baby is separated. So that's, for example, a mom with a baby in ICU, or a baby that's unwell that has had to go back into hospital, or a mom that's struggling with milk supply. Those are usually the pumps that help the mom maximize the amount of milk that she's going to produce. And usually they are very well researched, what they called multi-user pumps. So it means that the milk vapor doesn't get into the motor. So there is a boundary, if you will, in between the kits that the mom uses and the actual machinery. Some regular pumps also have that same technology now, but they don't tend to have the same strength necessarily. And then the pumps that are very popular at the moment, but aren't always that effective, are hands-free pumps. So they tend to be the pumps that moms are looking for. They want to buy them because they want to carry on with everything else while they are pumping. From a research point of view, lactation feedback point of view, many times where those pumps actually aren't strong enough, so they're not meeting, it doesn't mean the mom's not necessarily producing, because when she was home with her baby, she was pumping out everything her baby needed. But now the pump's not managing to match that, or even to do just a little bit less than that. So you do get better ones, you do get ones that aren't as strong, but which pump you choose is very dependent on your circumstances. In terms of using a hand pump can be a nice bridge to the point of deciding which pump is going to suit you. So a hand pump can give you a week or 2 of trying out pumping, maybe having more clarity on whether you're going back to work, how many hours you're going to be working, or how many hours you're separated from your baby. So a hand pump definitely can be useful in that sense.